He wrote to me, "Let us meet in the great network of postmodern simulation, the place where we construct our identity from fragmented stories and small perishable narratives." Vingt-quatre images par seconde. He wrote to me, "We live in a dystopian society, and the question that always comes up in debate is, what kind of dystopia do we live in? Is it a dystopia of information, of technology, or perhaps we are talking about a reality of weak and submissive states, in opposition to private organizations, which are strong and dominant? However, if we look closely at the great evils of our society, we can see that our symbiosis with technology, disinformation, and our democratic decline always orbit around two themes: triggers and ends of many of these evils, sex and violence. The problem is not so much money or the cult of money as the pleasures that are sought to be satisfied with that money.
Beauty isn't everything, it's the only thing.
In general terms, our society may superficially seem like an advanced model of community, but within each human being, the bestiality of our primitive ancestors continues to emerge, and there is the possibility that we are more savage than they were. In prehistory and antiquity, they did not have the means that we have today. Abuse and horror could not be recorded or distributed, and now every human being with the minimum purchasing power carries a supercomputer in their pocket. This is where pornography comes in a world full of cameras, where our privacy is compromised. The consumption of this material is also facilitated, and each one of us has the possibility of producing it. Our dystopia is a dystopia of sex and violence, where the difference between these two terms is increasingly blurred. This is when we talk about the basic problem that fuels this confusion, the taboo. Our society can be deeply perverted, but also very ignorant. Pornography is understood as synonymous of sex, when in reality it is violence. But because of hypocritical morality, parents let their children form their sexual education through porn, because sex is a taboo subject in many families. It is not surprising that people do not know how to distinguish sex from violence, because how many generations were raised and had their sexual awakening through pornography? How many understood that abuse is pleasure, that using and being used is synonymous with eroticism? Pornography is the perversion of sex, because it does not understand about feelings and is totally devoid of eroticism. In the pornographic world, there is only the abuser, the victim, and the voyeur willing to pay for the show.